control you have. Okay? The tricky thing with mount is that in order to really take advantage of the mount, you got to keep them pinned on their back. Okay? So, like Gracie was the master of mounting with the collar, cross collar, and then working into a choke or an arm lock. Okay? Jackson break. Down, head that way. So, what he would do is, let's say, he mounts here, okay? And then that hand would be in the collar, all right? And now from here, the question is the person gonna stay flat or are they gonna turn, okay? One of the things that I like to do is to make sure that your mount consists of a lot of pressure, so that here, what I wanna do is I wanna create a pressure to lift this head up off the mat, okay? So you see, where would your hands go, Jackson, if you were, okay? Where would your right hand go?
You block this armor, try to protect my neck.
Okay, so it's either gonna be, he's gonna give you a choke or he's gonna give you an arm lock setup. So it all depends on how he reacts, and it all depends on what kind of reaction you get. My left elbow's on the mat, but I don't really want it on the mat. So what I want to do is, if you notice, I have like hip pressure so that I can actually have my hands floating. So it's here, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post my head here, okay? And it should be hard for him to actually bridge and roll me. So if he bridges to the right or to the left, okay, you see I have the head post, okay? From here, what happens is this, couple options. Hodger likes to come in with a thumb right in there, because it's hard to stop the top person from inserting their thumb. The cross chokes where the left hand comes under and all that shit doesn't work, okay? So you're gonna go here and you're gonna grab right at about level here with the thumb in, okay? And you're gonna move it over and you're gonna drive your left shoulder into their face, okay? Couple different ways to set this up here, but you have to have this deep enough, but not too deep so your wrist doesn't bend, okay? Take the slack out, give him pressure here, move your head off to this side, and you can see here. So if his head is flat on the mat, okay, or his chin is tucked and his neck, and he's trying to hide that, it's hard to hide that right there from the thumb to go in, okay? Because you don't need it super deep, you just need it in here. And after you get it, you're here, and the left shoulder compresses the face, okay? So take this right here. So you have the mount. Don't do the grapevine with your feet out. Keep your feet up, because in order for him to be able to actually begin to mount escape or to do anything as far as like half guard, he has to get a leg flat. So I'm here. You can also frame the head here and keep turning, and then grab here, and then get your left shoulder on his face, and then it'll finish the choke. So two options, okay? But try this one here. He keeps his head flat, okay? Take your left thumb, go right into that gi right there, and then you're gonna lift that left elbow, cross it, and left shoulder goes to the face. So your hand goes in like so. If you're gonna go too much to the shoulder, it's gonna be too loose. You wanna be at least about at the neck level here. Last time.
Professor, as you're setting the second arm in for the choke, and you're finalizing, putting it in, are you doing any extra movement with your initial right hand on that neck?
Yeah, I wanna move my right hand into his neck, but I wanna pull his forehead and my shoulder, and I wanna pin my left shoulder into his forehead to pin his head, okay? So let's say you get here, post your head here, okay? Hips are low, knees wide. Your left hand is, let's say, right about the ear, and you grab that gi, and you'll feel the tension. You see how my elbow's out from here? You bring it in, wrists together, pull them in. My left shoulder, pins in here, okay? So you kind of have, you can reach it, even here. And you'll see harder doing that. And pull him in, and then roll your left shoulder onto the face and pin him. Now, try it. 1, 2, 3. Good question. You were right, Justin. This question is probably more important than yours. I'm just kidding. I take Band-Aid, don't worry.